Hey everybody, it's Rob here, and we're back with yet another severe weather update as the Storm Prediction Center has just issued a 15% risk for both Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So we've got a lot to cover in today's video. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. So here we are looking. This is the pretty large 15% risk, which is covering Wednesday, and here's another even larger 15% risk for Thursday. The Storm Prediction Center doesn't often issue too many day 4 through 8 severe weather outlooks, especially this time of year, because we don't see usually extremely robust systems this time of year. So I will say there looks like they're taking this upcoming severe threat very seriously, and that's why we covered it in yesterday's video and why we're covering it again today, because this could pan out as a very significant event if we start to get some of those CAPE values uptrending. Let's go ahead and look here at our system that is actually coming through. So again, this is the GFS model. This is our 500 millibar jet streak. And we can see our system. This is moving through northern parts of Mexico into Texas on Wednesday. And this will spark up some probably marginal severe weather. I mean, maybe you could have some gusty winds, a possibility of a conditional tornado or two. This is not the day that we're very concerned about, though. This is Wednesday. Then we move into Thursday, and Thursday is whenever we get a much stronger trough that goes here. It tilts much more negatively, at least neutral, but it looks like it kind of starts more neutral and then tilts more negative as it goes through, which would increase our chances of severe weather. We'll go ahead and look here. This will show us kind of an idea of how the precipitation might evolve as this storm goes on. And I'll preface this real quick by just saying that the models are still pretty far out, so this is not going to be exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be quite a few changes leading up into this, and that's why I'm going to try to provide updates for you guys as constant as I can. So this would be on Wednesday going into the evening hours. You can see the precipitation starts right here, right around nightfall for parts of southern Oklahoma, northern Texas. And again, I expect this to be relatively marginal severe threat. Again, that could change as we get closer, but as of right now, this does not look like it's the main concern. But as we move off into this is Thursday, you can see we have a much more organized line of storms and much more robust severe threat in Thursday as it moves across the east through the evening hours. So this would be kind of midday Thursday. And again, this is just a line of probably either a QLCS or an MCS, which is just a big convective system rather than individual supercells. At least that's what we're getting on the models so far. And there's a lot of precipitable water in the air, which means there's a lot of rain to fall. So you would expect more of a high precipitation event, which could hamper some of our severe chances a little bit. We'll move into looking at more of the low-level jet. And we can see actually on Wednesday we do have a relatively favorable low-level jet. I mean, you've got 30 to 40 knot winds moving due south, that's pretty conducive of organized severe weather. But we can see moving into Thursday, this is whenever we have some 50s nearing 60s southerly flow here through Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, all the way up into Kentucky and some spots in Illinois and Indiana. And you can see the pockets here. This is where our active storms are, and those storms will be feeding off of that lower level flow right here. We'll go ahead and take a look at a sounding. So you see this has possible hazard type none, and the reason for that is because we've got some marginal temperatures, not great dew points, and our CAPE is the main thing that's lacking. Now one thing we can see here is that our hodograph looks decent enough to produce a couple tornadoes. Kinematic wise, we have good enough kinematics for us to actually see organized rotation, supercells, and tornadoes. However, in terms of thermodynamics, in terms of our energy, we're definitely lacking in that regard. So we'll go ahead and go over here, and this is our dew points now. So this is Wednesday, And by the later day Wednesday, you do have some 60-degree dew points. So I think this is going to be the main inhibitor, is that we don't have a ton of dew points. It's still pretty early on in the year for us to have massive amounts of higher dew points, and, you know, more energy in the atmosphere. So that's going to be one of our main limiting factors. But with that southerly flow down there, you could very easily get, you see, this is a marginal tornado sounding. You can see our flow starts southerly and moves more westerly with height. A very jagged hodo here, but still enough of a curvature. You could get some tornado production out of there. And for 400 Cape, again, not great. But as we move this into Thursday, this is where more of the concern lies. I think it's because we have a little bit larger and a more moist warm nose now. The northern mode of this kind of erodes away, and we don't really have that anymore. Because as we remember yesterday, it was extended all the way up here into southern Illinois and Indiana. But still, a large enough warm nose where I think this day will probably be more significant, even if it's more of a straight line wind event with a couple spin up tornadoes. Yeah, you have more dew points, more energy. The storms will be much more robust on Thursday rather than Wednesday. So we'll go ahead and look here at our Cape values. So on Wednesday, moving into the later afternoon, into evening hours, we do have pockets of 1,000 Cape in here. Now, you really only need 500 to have some organized severe weather and even tornadoes. But 1,000 is the point where you really start to say, like, okay, if you have really good wind shear, really good kinematics with 1,000 Cape or energy, then you could say that, yeah, we could have some really organized updrafts, really strong storms with that type of energy. So we do have some pockets over 1,000, like I was saying, but a majority of the area is between 500 to 1,000. We'll go ahead and move off here into Thursday, and again, as you can see on Thursday, we just don't have the Cape that we're expecting to have, you know? I think that this will uptrend a little bit, because with the amount of dew points we have down here and the temperatures we're going to have, I can't imagine Cape being as low as it is. However, as of right now, the models are showing that this will be our main inhibitor. We're just not going to have the energy. That's what Cape is. It's our available energy for these storms to feed off of. And yeah, so that's probably going to be our main inhibitor. We even have a couple hundred spots of Cape here through Indiana, Illinois, parts of Kentucky as well. So we'll see how this evolves, but overall this looks like definitely more of a low Cape, high shear setup where everything is more driven by kinematics, by the turning in the atmosphere, and some of the kinematics aren't even looking amazing completely. But with some of the shear that we do have in the atmosphere, if we get some of our Cape values reaching up a little bit higher, this could be a pretty big severe weather outbreak, actually. A little regional outbreak down here through Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, even up to places like Kentucky. So please keep an eye on everything. I will be updating you guys as often as I possibly can. I'm going to be a little bit busy tomorrow, Saturday, so Sunday will probably be when my next update will come out. Either way, my best recommendation to you is to subscribe to the channel, like the video, because I try to offer my most authentic take on the models as I possibly can, and I'm updating you guys as constant as I'm able. So please leave a like and subscribe. You can unsubscribe at any time. That's about all I have for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching the video. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you probably Sunday. So yeah, peace out.